The way I can best describe trigger finger, it's not, for me anyway, it wasn't a painful thing, but it interfered with my daily activities. And I use my hands a lot, not only, just around the house doing housework, but I'm also an artist. So I'm constantly, in hand motion throughout the day. And as I would draw my fingers in, no problem. But to straighten back out, that ring finger just simply would not straighten out. And in the beginning, it was an annoyance more than anything, but as time went by, it became more and more difficult to straighten that finger, and I would actually have to work it to pop back into place. So that's when I knew that I needed to do something and went to the doctor and was diagnosed with trigger finger. My family doctor is the one that recommended I come see Dr. Berrigan. He took over my case, and that's what brought me here. My experience with him, this office, and the hospital were just so positive. I can't highly recommend him enough for anyone who needs to see an orthopedic specialist. He was just great from the day I walked in the door. Not only is he a great doctor, but he's also personable. The way it was explained to me, I have 3 options in dealing with this particular orthopedic issue. The first one being medication. And my family doctor had already had me on medication. Dr. Berrigan said, well, let's try just increasing your medication and see if that will eliminate the issue, take care of the inflammation within the hand. And that didn't work. So then I was left with 2 more options, one being a shot, and I'm not sure exactly what it is that they put in your hand. I imagine it's some kind of steroid. I could do that or go into straight into surgery. He basically gave me the option. He described both in detail, pros and cons of each particular treatment, and left the decision up to me. I just wanted this over with. And so I said, let's just go for it. Let's do the surgery. I just felt confident. And with Dr. Berrigan in particular, I just had no issues going into surgery. I knew I would have to deal with a pain issue and a recovery period afterwards, but actually it turned out to be not nearly as difficult as I had envisioned in my head that it would be. The fact that Dr. Berrigan took the time to explain to me my options, it meant a lot to me as a patient, and it also really gave the power back to me as the patient to make that decision. I would refer anyone who asks me about my surgery, or I find that's in the same situation, you might want to go to Lone Star Orthopaedic or call Dr. Berrigan and see if you can get an appointment with him, because he was just wonderful, and the whole process was great. My recovery was great. I think I used 1 pain pill the day of, might have used 1 the next morning. I can't remember if I used 1 or 2, but it was just a very easy process. The recovery period was just so smooth that I forget I even had surgery. I moved my finger just fine, no scarring. It was just a really easy process for me.